I'm someone who used to suffer from overspending on beauty, and one way I like to keep my spending in check is to reflect on purchases I made in the past. So every month I check in on the things I bought a year ago that month to see how those purchases went. Do I still have them? Do I still like them? If I decluttered them, why? And then I take those reflections and then I try to make better purchases in the future. In this video, I'm going to be reflecting on my purchases that I made in April of 2025. I am someone who reviews makeup on YouTube. Whenever I buy a product for review on my channel, I reflect on the success of that purchase in a different way than I would for a product that I bought out of my own interest. The first thing that is on my list, I spent a lot of money on beauty in April, and I also just spent a lot of money on like business expenses for the YouTube channel in general that month that were not like stuff that appeared on camera. The first batch, I would say this is like a batch of products, was a bunch of products from Vivve. I did a Vivve brand review. I will try to remember to link it in the cards and in the description box if you missed it. I occasionally do deep dive brand reviews. I also just did one of these on the brand Violette FR. I will also try to remember to link that in the description box in case you missed that one. What I wanted to do with Vivve, this is a brand that I think is UK based, and with all of the weird tariffs and import fees that are happening in the United States, I really wanted to see if anything from this brand would be worth importing, and I will leave you to watch that to see what I think is the most interesting. But as you can see, I am holding 3 products in my hands. Now, when I do these deep dive brand reviews, I don't often keep most of the makeup. I just don't want to have a large makeup collection, but occasionally I do keep some of those things. I am holding these products up specifically just to kind of show you. So I bought that as a channel purchase to do that deep dive brand review. So when I'm reflecting on a purchase that I did buy for the channel and I did a dedicated brand review, I want to know if that video got more views than regular. So when I look at my analytics, did that video perform better than my other videos? Every time I do one of these deep dive brand reviews at my size with the visibility I have as a channel right now, I am performing that video at a loss, but I do like to see how much money I made on that video just to see how much I got back from the investment, but I know it's probably going to be a loss. This definitely performed better than most of my content does. I think the purchase was worth it in that way. I also feel like it was an interesting brand to review. Sometimes doing these deep dive brand reviews, if I don't end up buying stuff from a brand that I am genuinely interested in, it can be a real slog to perform the reviews. See my Suku brand review and my Makeup Forever brand review, which was kind of a mess for more reasons than that. But I wasn't that inspired by the products and I wasn't inspired to keep using them. And while not everything from Vivve was a hit, I did enjoy playing around with that makeup. Since we are here talking about it, the main hit for me was their primer. This is the Skin Nova. I also have the Skin Nova, the potted version. That one came to me in PR. Actually, this one also came to me in PR, but I did buy it the first time I had it. These are also from that video. I would say the complexion products could be worth it depending on what you're looking for. And I do often pull these 2 out, even though they're technically still in my testing drawer, which you're like, how are they in your testing drawer a year later? Listen, I had delusions of grandeur for an incredibly long, massive video, which I don't even think I want to do anymore when it came to complexion products. I still will do something with the complexion products, but I still reach for these even though they are not the products that are like in my top drawer for complexion products. So some of the products worked out really well for me, and I also think that is a win. So I do think that the Vivve purchase overall was a win, and also it scratched the itch. I was kind of interested in Vivve, and a lot of my audience was interested in Vivve. I know it's weird to talk about things from a US perspective if you are not from the US, but you have to understand the majority of my audience and my experience as a buyer of makeup is from the American perspective. So while I think something might be good, like the powder blushes, but I didn't think they were like worth going out of your way for if you were in America. That's why I was interested in reviewing it. I like to, in these deep dive brand reviews, review brands that maybe aren't reviewed a lot on YouTube or harder to find products in America, because I want to be like, is it worth you like going out of your way to like find these products and buy them? A lot of times the answer is no. But it's still fun to do, and I like doing that work, and it's very fun for me. So the Vivve purchase, I would say, was a really big win. I really liked this. I really enjoyed doing this brand review. It got me more subscribers. It got me a little bit of money back, and I thought the investment was worth it. As I say that, I just don't want you to run away with this, that I think you should be buying full brands worth of makeup. That's not something you should do. I do make money on it, and that's like an investment into this thing, because sometimes you have to spend money to make money on YouTube. It's really annoying. It shouldn't be like that. I don't think it should feel like it, but you know, it is a reality of the work of a beauty reviewer specifically. If you are just out here doing looks and you don't care about what products you use and that's not what you're here to do, you can definitely make money that way too. Okay, the second one I don't have anymore. I have it set aside to give to a friend and I have not seen her. It was Dior Beige Mitza. It's an eyeshadow, but I don't know where it is in my room. I think it's upstairs actually. Here's the thing. I bought that because I love beige eyeshadows that have a warm base but silver sparkles throughout. And so it kind of does this like warm, cool pull on the eyes, and I really like that. So my favorite version of that kind of eyeshadow is Victoria Beckham's Mink. There are a lot of beauty people on the internet, especially on Instagram, but also on YouTube, that like sing the praises of Dior Beige Mitza, and I found it to be kind of uninspired. It was kind of the most boring version of that. Definitely a good eyeshadow for people who are looking for an everyday beautiful shade to put on their lids, but I'm looking for something a little more special in that kind of color, and that just like really didn't hit it for me. I trusted a lot of people that I often really agree with their opinions on makeup and color. I don't feel like I was really going astray. I also was able to use it on my channel to compare to my favorite versions of that shade. I found a lot of my viewers were looking for a shade like Beige Mitza, but it wasn't for me. And so we can kind of learn by communicating. When I say something is more like Beige Mitza, those people can be like, oh, then I will like that formula more than Tom does. And this is a really great way to build rapport with the audience. I definitely did not get my $40 back as a reviewer for it, but that wasn't really what it was purchased for. So for me, it was kind of a fail of a purchase because I just like didn't really care for it. It was a good eyeshadow. It was a good quality eyeshadow. It was just not an eyeshadow color and finish that I really wanted. So it was an L for me, but I don't think it was like the worst purchase I ever made. And also I'm going to give it to my friend Rachel, and she will love it a lot more than me. And I bet she will like use it up and pan it. Like that's the kind of person I think she will be with that shade. Speaking of, I haven't talked to her in a while, so I'm gonna text her after I film this video. I think the Sephora sale was going on this month, and I stopped in to Sephora and I bought a couple of lip products of all things. And I don't always shop the Sephora sale anymore, but like every now and then. I was with Rachel when I bought Beige Mitza, and I was with Rachel when I bought these, which means it's been a year since I've seen Rachel. Oh my god. Rachel, call me. First lip product I want to talk about, I bought the Fenty Rose Amber. I bought the Fenty Rose Amber lip oil. I hadn't tried the Fenty lip oils. This was my first one. Beauty on Hyped, Steph on Instagram, she really liked this color. We both like taupey colors when it comes to all of our things. In fact, she's one of those people who really likes Beige Mitza. I thought the color was really beautiful. However, it wasn't as sparkly as I wanted it to be, and I do not like Fenty's lip oil formula, which that was me finding out in real time that I didn't like the Fenty lip oil formula. I'm very finicky when it comes to lip oils. It's not a favorite category for me, but sometimes I like it from certain brands. But I would not say that whenever like lip oils were reigning supreme, when the Clarins lip oil made lip oil really popular, I never really fell for the trap. I never felt like I wanted to have all the lip oils. Every lip oil I tried, except for the Lethal Cosmetics lip oils, have disappointed me. The Fenty one falls right into that. Now they have a lip gloss version of Rose Amber. I do that every time. They have a lip gloss version of it. I haven't swatched it. If that is sparklier, I'm assuming it's the same formula as the Gloss Bomb formula, which I haven't used in many years, but I finished 3 tubes of the original shade before they even had extra shades of it. I really like that formula. I imagine I would like that, but I don't feel compelled to go out of my way to buy it. I have some beautiful lip glosses that are shades that I like probably even more than I would like Rose Amber. I'm good on that. I think it was an okay purchase. I'm glad I got it on sale at the Sephora sale. I was also just like kind of disappointed in it. It just wasn't what I wanted it to be. I find that I tend to like my lip products sparklier than most people do. And I don't often feel the need to complain about grittiness of glitter in my... Anyway, not that was happening with that, but like I like glitter in my lip gloss, lip oil formulas. Sorry about it. That wasn't it for me. On the opposite side is Icy Amethyst. This is their Gloss Bomb Stick formula. Very pretty. It's this duochrome sheer purpley shade. I definitely had some shades like this back in the day. I think Kat Von D had a lipstick called Wisteria or something like that. Hysteria. I mean, I don't know what it was called. At the time, I was into a more pigmented lip. Now I like my lip products to be a little more sheer, although I just tried a bunch of products from the brand Violette FR and those were like more pigmented lips, but they were really... Lip formulas are crazy. I feel like we've come a long way with lip formulas just in general since I started getting into makeup, and I'm like genuinely surprised by like how good lip products are. I really like this. I don't often like choose to wear this because I think I forget about it. It's always in a purse, but it's never in my main purse. Like I have a main, like, I don't know, the people who wear purses, it's like you have that main purse that you carry for months until you get your next main purse. It's like, I would say like I get a purse like once every 6 months that I'm interested in. And normally, like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not out here trying to have the most purses. Anyway, it's not normally in my main purse. So what I'm saying is happening is I want to wear this out in the evening and I will put it on and I will put it in the purse that I'm carrying that evening, and then I will forget to take it out and then I will be looking for it and then it's always in a purse. Anyway, I do really like this. I don't feel like I've gotten like my money's worth out of it quite yet, but I do like it a lot more than I like the Rose Amber shade of the lip oil, and I do like this formula. I would prefer to have like the liquid gloss, I think. Do they have a liquid gloss version of this? Not that I would need it. I'm happy with this. I think it's really pretty. I like it, especially with like a gray lip liner or a gray brown lip liner. It's really the moment. This one was a good purchase. I do like this one and I'm happy I bought it. But flipping back to something I kind of regret buying, this is from Nars. This is their lipstick in the shade Bewitched, and I will say that I really think this color is super pretty. Every time I pull it out, every time I swatch it, I'm like, wow, that is really pretty. I have worn it in a handful of videos. I don't think I've ever not worn it in a video. I don't think I've ever like worn it outside of the house, like, or just like for fun, you know, like I have makeup playtime. It's a color that I often forget I had, and when I was pulling out everything for this video, I like forgot that it was still in my makeup collection. This is a really cool color. It's just this like raisiny brown, kind of has a little bit of purple in it. It's very cool. When I bought it, and kind of to this day, I don't often choose a pigmented lip for my lip formula. I like sheer lip formulas. I like a gloss. I like a blurring lip product like the Refi lip blurs or the Bisou balms from Violette. That's kind of like, if I'm wearing a colorful lip, that's gonna be like the kind of thing that I would reach for before a fully pigmented lip. And this is not my favorite lipstick formula. I would say that the Mauve matte lipsticks are my favorite like lipstick formula if we're talking about like a fully pigmented opaque lip. I feel sad because I really do like this packaging. It's really ace. All of these lip products I would say were an impulse purchase and I shouldn't have done it. This one worked out and I do really like it and I'm happy to have it. I do kind of wish I had however much this cost back in my pocket. I just don't wear it enough. It's a really pretty color. Anytime I've worn it on camera, people ask what it is. They're like, what is that lip color? So it's like definitely like a show-stopping lip color. I just like don't wear it. And I do tend to like dark brown lip colors when I am choosing to wear like a pigmented lip color. I don't know what has not clicked for me in this. I'm going to take some more time with it. If I don't build a relationship with it, then I'm just going to probably have to move on from it. But I shouldn't have bought it. It was an impulse buy. I bought so much shit this month. But this is the last product I bought for me. The next series of products were bought for a video that I did actually follow through on because I'm also known for buying products for review and I don't follow through on the video. The Sarah Creel concealer, I did buy this. This is in the shade 1.0 and they have lighter shades now, but at the time I bought this, this was the latest shade. I love this product. It's a product that I like to take traveling with me, more so than I like to do when I'm like sitting here and doing my makeup either on camera or like for going out and stuff like that. It's just not always the first complexion product I choose. But whenever I leave this house for a number of days, this is the complexion product I take. I love it all over my face. I like it under my eyes. The problem with a lot of flexing concealer products is I don't often like them under my eyes, but I will like them on the rest of my face. But I like this under my eyes. I like it all over my face. It's really beautiful. The color is weird. It's very peachy. And when I swatch it, it looks like kind of like a bright coral. But then when I blend it out on my skin, it doesn't look like it's the completely wrong color for me. I'm not really sure how they did it. It feels like it has like medium coverage, but I do think it has like medium full coverage, but it looks just like skin. It's a really incredible product and I do really like it. And I have taken it on every trip I have gone on since I got it, I think except for the one I went on with Cam. But I'm visiting Cam again soon and this will be the complexion product I take I love it. It's very good. One of my favorite products that I tried for the first time last year. This is a real winner. It's a stunner. And if they have a shade for you, I think it could be worth checking out still. Like, I really do like this. This was a good purchase. I don't think I bought it to review on the channel. I just bought it out of my curiosity because I was like, why? And it was getting rave reviews from people who like similar complexion products to me. So this one was a good one. The last thing I bought in April of last year were 3 of the Westman Atelier blush duos. I did a video on blush palettes and face palettes, and there was a review of them inside of that video. I think they are a good product. I don't think I would ever buy another one. I say that having bought 3 of them already. But I think that they're a good blush formula. I just feel like there's something about that product in particular versus the rest of the Westman Atelier range as far as packaging goes that's a little bit confusing, although they just released cream bronzers in the same compact, but the blushes were powders. I'm not really sure. They have now the contour sticks, which are basically just bronzers. They have powder bronzers, which are bronzers. They have these are the bronzers, and then they have bronzing drops. They have so many bronzers. I don't need that many options of bronzers. Like, at least one good one. Their undertones are so orange and so bad. Anyway, not about their bronzers. The blushes were all pretty. I like them. I kept one duo and I depotted it, and then I gave both of the other duos I had to my friend Cam. They got their usage out of them. I did the video I intended on doing with them, but it wasn't a dedicated video. Here's why I don't really do dedicated singular product videos anymore. I don't think people care about that anymore. I think if people want a singular product review or thoughts on a singular product, they're going to look for short form first. They're not going to look for a 20-minute dedicated video doing all of the pros and cons of it. They just want the quick, on the surface thoughts that a person has on a product. I don't think that's great. I have just found that making videos like that aren't worthwhile, which is why I will do like kind of like a clump of products for review. That's why I didn't do a dedicated blush duo, Westman Atelier blush duo review, because it just like doesn't make sense for the format of long form anymore to do like that kind of thing. It's like a little harder to do a direct like was it worth it comparison like I did with the Vivve, because the Vivve video was a bunch of reviews on only Vivve products where I was making the argument about how I didn't like each blush in each duo, and if I would have been able to buy the blushes as singles, I would have been able to buy like the 1 or 2 shades I wanted without having to buy 4 shades to get it. And I actually liked 3 of the shades, so that means I had to buy 3 of the duos to get the 3 shades I wanted, and then I was left spending more probably. Yeah, that was like the whole argument I was making about them. I will try to remember to link that video down below. I think it's just called Face Palettes Are a Scam or something like that. And it has I think a really bad thumbnail. I think it was a good purchase. I'm glad I did it. I also was personally interested in trying the Westman Atelier blushes. So I think that was a good purchase. I don't think I needed to buy 3 to make the point I was making, but I think sometimes showing something like that is more helpful than to not. And I also, not that you spent the money that I spent on those duos. I think like breaking it down, there's just something about when I theoretically talk about something like that in like a critical sass or something where it just like doesn't hit as hard. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you happen to be new here, would love for you to subscribe. I'm on Patreon and I have channel memberships. If you end up watching the Vivve brand review or the Violette FR brand review, if you really liked the way I review makeup, the best way to support me and to see more of that is to subscribe on Patreon and channel memberships. Those people who already do that, are the way that I'm able to review any products. I don't make a ton of money here on AdSense, and to put money back into the channel, I need some of your help, and that's how I do that. There's no pressure ever to join Patreon or channel memberships. Watching, liking, and sharing my content is the best way to support me. I will leave a pinned comment. That pinned comment will have links to support a bunch of causes that I care about, and you should as well. So check that out if you have some additional funds to support, or if you have some time to call your representatives. There is 5calls.org, and they have a bunch of beautiful scripts for you to be able to confidently speak to your representatives. So there's that as well. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to follow your HAUT, and you'll find me, and I'll see you in a video very soon. Go forth. Tis out.